Action they're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a first carry for their fullback. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now they'll throw with Brady.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47.
And the Jags are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
On first down, Lawrence.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 23. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop.
They'll run with Etienne.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Haywood!
They'll try the left side with Etienne. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they'll run with Etienne. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw is Brady. And that is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's a give to Etienne. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Touchdown, Jaguars! DJ Chark, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Second down, another shot for Jones. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Over the middle, complete. That's Miller. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Here's Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
7 yards, the pickup there. From just shy of midfield, Brady throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Brady gives this one off to Jones. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Brady now to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Fournette a first down carry, but he'll get only a couple before defenders are there to meet him. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he'll go down at the 28.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Now a throw here to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Second and 7.
60 Pittsburgh.
Lawrence. That's caught by Waller out left side. Touchdown, Jaguars! For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. He's able to find Miller. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off, and the Jaguars will take over possession here up at the 44. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, here's ETN. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Etienne once more, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Kramer. And he is going to have a Jags first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Another tote for Etienne. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Touchdown, Jaguars. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. He's got a man, complete. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans, 77 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. To return, here's Agnew. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Lawrence. A short one here, secured by the tight end, Waller.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And the Jaguars send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Jags grab it, and he'll be down at the 6-yard line. So not only do they get the fumble, and now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Third quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas Eve right here with us. 2nd and 10. Here's Brady to throw. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Now Brady again. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 9. Now Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Buccaneers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Succop. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
They go play action now. Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Kramer. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there on the catch and run.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
A handoff for Etienne. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. Boswell's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you didn't mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll make this a second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on second down. Brady, he's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. Now Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Brady. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy on the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Brady got to have this one. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. On second down, Etienne once more. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And they'll go again with Etienne. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Etienne. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Quick move by Miller. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And all the way down to the 26. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Jags, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.